Night. I'm Steve Schneider with your Week 7 highlights. My partner, Jacques Doucet, is on his way back from a crazy game. It was that kind of night. Some wild finishes, exciting finishes, and we're going to start with some big boy football. 5A football will take you to Ascension Parish, Dutchtown, and East Ascension tied at 14. The Spartans, officially the home team, but playing on the Griffins field, about to take the lead. You saw Troy Dunn hitting Xavier Jupiter. Alvin Lewis with a nice tackle for the Griffins, but here goes the Spartans run game. Walter Samuel, long touchdown run, breaks the tie. Spartans go in front 21-14. We move to the fourth quarter. Dutchtown can't get anything going, so we're back to Samuel again. Check him out, right up the gut. Lewis tries to catch him, but cannot in time. That is another East Ascension touchdown. They're beginning to separate the score, 28-14. He looks a little tired. How about if we go to Ja'Cory Johnson on the next possession? He's willing and able, ripping off a big gain right up the middle. Once again, Lewis has to make the tackle, but it's only going to stop what inevitably would be another touchdown. Johnson again getting the call. Right up the gut, Spartans offensive line making some huge holes in that Griffins defense. East Ascension breaks open a 14-14 game at the half. Your final score from that game, 35-20. East Ascension wins it going away. All right, let's take you to the Scotlandville Central matchup. One of our Sportsline players of the week, of course, Chance Williams of the Hornets, and they were up 19-7, but look out. The Wildcats getting tough with the big hit. Antonio Cooley Jr., big play of the game right here. They go for it on fourth down with a fake punt. Maury Stewart finding Cameron Patterson. That momentum carries as Jonathan Swift, the quarterback, gets into the end zone and cuts the lead. That was actually a receiver who gets into the end zone for him, 19-14. Central cuts the Scotlandville lead to 5 points. But in the fourth quarter, Zay Tisa finds John Hubbard blazing down the sideline. Scotlandville gets it right back and goes in front 25-14. It was a back and forth fourth quarter in this one. Swift scrambling away, picking up big yardage, and he is headed to the house. Central would take the lead in the fourth quarter, but Scotlandville adds more points to that score and takes it 37-26. The Hornets, two big wins in a row for Lester Ricard. That one a big district win as well. All right, we're just getting started on Sportsline Friday night. A little more time here on WAFE. Then remember, we switch over to WBXH. Everything is live on the 9 News app. We'll be right back.
Discipline, fast,
as we prepare to start the second half.
Capitalize football. Let's play with
a reminder, next week.
Let's finish the deal, all right?
Welcome back to Sportsline Friday night. Take you down to Plaquemine tonight. St. James taking on the Donaldsonville Tigers, and the Wildcats trying to bounce back from that tough loss to rival Lutcher. They were up 21-8, but not for long. This is Robert Kent, a former Sportsline Player of the Week, going 80 yards for the touchdown, getting the Tigers back in the game with a 2-point play. It's a 21-16 game. Markel Bergeron will connect with Shaz Preston, the highly recruited receiver, gets the first down. It leads to a 43-yard field goal. Alec Mahler makes it. 24-16 is now your lead, but back come the Tigers. Randall Otis down to the 11-yard line, pushing the defenders out of his way. Can they get to the end zone? Can they get a 2-point play? Otis with the call, punches it in from 3 yards out. It is 24-22. The Tigers now need a 2-pointer to send this game to overtime, but no. The Wildcats defense stonewalls them there and then manages to run out the clock, picking up that first down. St. James back in the win column after 2 tough losses to Carr and Lutcher. They beat Donaldsonville tonight on the road 24-22. Okay, Lutcher, the team that beat them so badly in their rivalry game a week ago, had a 3:30 date with the Berwick Panthers. First play of the game, DeWanye Winfield with the flea flicker to Noah Detillier. And just like that, Lutcher goes in front 7-0. Of course, we featured the Bulldogs offensive line. They are our co-players of the week, and look at them just push people out of the way. Makes it nice for Roy Forrest, who comes right into your living room with a 48-yard run to set up another score for the Bulldogs. Winfield, the more conventional touchdown pass to Detillier, their second connection of the game for a score, 14-0, the purple and gold in front. Another 3-and-out by the Panthers, and it's Cleveland Parkette. 3-yard touchdown. Lutcher up 21-0, and we are still in the first quarter. Crew Bella, their quarterback, can't handle the snap. It's recovered by Tevin Long. It would set up another short Parkette touchdown from 5 yards out. 28-0. Lutcher unstoppable at this point. And then Bella back is hit hard by Alex Martinez. Long picks up the fumble and takes it to the house. 34-0 at that point. Lutcher cruises to the victory. 48-0 over the Berwick Panthers. Again, we've got one more segment here. Jacques will eventually make it in from one of the best games of the night. We're going to be switching after one more segment to cable and WBXH, and you can always see Sportsline Friday night on the 9 News app. Welcome back to Sportsline. Byron Wade and Bel Air on the road tonight, taking on the Istrouma Indians. A fast start, opening kickoff. DeAndrew Agnew gets that kickoff return all the way out to midfield. Indians off to a good start, but in the same drive, check out the Bengals. DeNicholas Jeter stepping in front of that pass and making the interception. A huge play that staves off an Indians attempt for a score. And look at that, makes the house call. The pick six, just like that. Bel Air goes up 7-0. Next drive, it's Jeter, has some ideas in his head and steps in front of another one. Almost reading the quarterback's eyes. That's 2 interceptions right off the bat in the first quarter. Same score, and the Istruma's offense struggled, but their defense would keep them in the game. This is a fumble recovery that would set the Indians up with an opportunity. However, they only score 8 points tonight, and Bel Air, just one loss all season in the win column again. 17-8 was your final. Bel Air over Istrouma. Homecoming at Parkview tonight. The Eagles' homecoming queen is Izzy Saloom, and there wasn't much doubt this would be a happy homecoming as Brant Yarbrough scored 3 touchdowns in the first quarter, and quickly, to put this game out of reach, they were taking on Collegiate Baton Rouge. The Dolphins came in with 0 points all season and were coming off a 72-0 loss last week. Completely outmanned in this one, just 19 players in uniform. After that long receiving touchdown, the senior added 2 rushing touchdowns before the Eagles finally turned things over to somebody else. And that would be quarterback Abram Johnson using play action, faking to Yarbrough, then rolling out and hitting Cade Pearl right here in stride. His second touchdown pass. The Eagles were up 43-0 before the end of the first quarter when they started using a running clock. It was 50-0 by halftime. We're headed over to our WBXH broadcast. We hope you'll join us for Sportsline Friday night. Welcome back to Sportsline Friday night, week 7. I'm Steve Schneider. Jacques Doucet will join me in just a few minutes with an unbelievable shootout between Episcopal and Dunham, a rivalry that went down to the final minute. We had another pretty good matchup tonight. 2 undefeated 6-0 teams in Class 3A, U-High and Madison Prep. That's right, 1 versus 2 in the state in their class. The Cubs top ranked. And Madison Prep hosting the Chargers, of course, the defending Class 3A champs, number 2 in the state. And the MVP of that 50-0 title game win in Natchitoches, that would be Cajuns recruit Zion Chris, who takes his team on a quick scoring drive, 6-0 Madison Prep. Cubs come right back. Derek Graham, a touchdown run, the extra point 7-6. Then Blake Abney, the quarterback, pressured early, starts getting his stride. Eden Stagg hauls that one in, 15-6 Cubs in front. Then Abney again, Seth Gale, 21-6 at the break. Teams would trade touchdowns for a 28-13 score in the third quarter. We pick it up where it looks like maybe Madison Prep isn't going to be able to hang in this game. A snap going over Zeon Chris's head for a Cubs safety, 30-13. Number 1 U-High is in control. Then Graham caps off the drive after the free kick. It's 37-13, Cubs in front, but the Chargers are not done. Fourth quarter, Chris to Traylon James. That is a touchdown. They added a 2-point play. Suddenly it's a 37-21 game. Still in the fourth quarter, Chris will go to Keelan Sherman. And he hauls this one in behind the secondary for the Cubs. He doesn't quite score, but Chris will take care of that on the read option. The touchdown and 2-point play. It is 37-28. Madison Prep thought they had stopped U-High for one more possession, but they had a running into the kicker call, a controversial call. Graham was able to run out the clock with that play right there, and U-High escapes. The final in this one was 37-29. Madison Prep nearly came all the way back. We have post-game reaction as Madison Prep suffers its first loss, and U-High is now 7-0.
I like the fact that we finished the game. You know, I mean, it was tough. It was tough on both sides. Both sides had cramps going on. We had to go into our benches, both sides. And I think, you know, you can learn a lot about your team there. And I think that, you know, they started scoring on us, and there was no panic on our side.
All right, let's take you out to hammer the night. St. Thomas Aquinas. It was senior night against the Riverside Rebels. Rebels' first possession. Quarterback Luke email to Elijah Davis, but Braden Moore blows it up, so the Rebels' drive comes to an end. Falcons in possession. Drew Milton, a keeper, but the Rebels' defense having none of that. They force a Falcons punt. Couple drives later, email gets it cranked up, connecting with Cade Middleton down the middle for the big game. 30 yards and a Rebels first down. 3 plays later, check this out. Davis is bottled up, breaks to the outside. He's about to weave his way through traffic for the score, but the football comes out at the 1-yard line, rolls through the end zone, out of bounds. That's a touchback and no points for Riverside. However, 2 minutes left in the first half. They're not done. Email to Middleton, 44 yards up the sideline, and a touchdown. This was a shootout tonight. Check out your final score as Riverside and St. Thomas Aquinas. It's a 35-33 score, I believe. Do we have that? There it is. St. Thomas Aquinas coming back to win. 35-33 was your final score. All right, we're going to take a timeout. We'll be back with more of Sportsline Friday night right after this.
Let's go. Big play right here. Let's go. We got 3 minutes. We need a big return. Hit your guy. Let's go.
Welcome back to Sportsline Friday night. The Denham Springs Yellow Jackets, a tall order. Of course, they lost their quarterback, Reese Mooney, earlier in the season, playing at home against the number 2 team in the state in 5A. But Ray McNeely says, hey, we're up to the challenge. Up against the Zachary special teams, he makes a beautiful kickoff return and puts Denham Springs in scoring position. Then against the Broncos defense, nice pickup right there. It sets up Denham Springs' field goal attempt. Noah Hood, right on cue, drills it. Denham Springs jumps out in front of the Broncos 3-0. Eli Holstein, though, gets close to the goal line. Is this going to be Denham Springs' night? They got the fumble and recovery, but trying to punt the football out after the offense couldn't get anything done. It doesn't go far, and Zachary will have a short field. And finally, get into the end zone. Holstein on the quarterback keeper. Point after is good. Zachary goes in front 7-3. Second quarter, Holstein looking deep. Charles Robertson makes a sliding grab before he goes out of bounds. From there, Holstein to Robertson rewards the big man with a touchdown. That made it a 14-3 lead, and big win for Zachary, as we would figure. 35-3 was your final score in Denham tonight. All right, let's check out Liberty taking on Tara tonight. The game was played at Bel Air. Of course, Caleb Jackson, the highly recruited running back. We've seen him in action week after week, a former Sportsline Player of the Week. Trojans have no answer for that touchdown run. Liberty Magnet goes in front 7-0. Then Kylan Gross, the quarterback, gets into the act. Bryson Morgan on the receiving end, a big gainer down the sideline. Then Gross would go to Brandon Davis for the touchdown. 13-0 Liberty at that point. Your final, an easy win for the Patriots, as you'd expect, 48-0 over those Terra Trojans. Baker at Brusly. Of course, the Panthers trying to have a bounce-back game. I believe it was homecoming out there in Brusly as well. Taking on the Baker Buffaloes. Panthers force a quick 3-and-out, and on the first drive, that pass, an interception for the Buffaloes' Ricky Jarvis. Ensuing drive for the Buffaloes, though, they're forced to punt. Xavier Ogeron blocks it and recovers it for the touchdown. 2-point, no good, but it's 6-0. Brusly on top of the Buffaloes. Next drive, and the Panthers trying to get something done. Sammy DeQuano going deep. Steven Anderson hauls it in, gets it into scoring position for Ryder Rabelais, who would punch it in for the touchdown right here. 12-0. Brusly in front in the second quarter. Going the other way, and the Panthers looking to score again. DeQuano on the quarterback keeper. Cuts his way through the defense, a little stiff arm there, and then outruns the rest of the guys and takes it in for the touchdown. 20-0 at that point after a 2-point conversion. Final score tonight for the Panthers was 54-6 over the Baker Buffaloes. We're going to get a timeout and be back with more of Sportsline Friday night. Stay right there. Welcome back to Sportsline Friday night. As promised, Jacques Doucet is back from Kentucky. No, he didn't run back from Kentucky, but he did come back from an amazing game tonight here between two Baton Rouge rivals.
This is my contribution, and I think it's going to be a good one. I think you will enjoy this. All right, Dunham and Episcopal this evening. Now, Dunham is up at the half, 27-10. Episcopal scores one touchdown, then right after that, it's a deflection and an interception. That's TJ Callahan with the pick six. And just like that, Episcopal has cut the lead to 27-24, and the crowd is loving it. And right after that, a snap over the punter's head. Hayden Harmon is then tackled by Ethan Carmouche, and just like that, Episcopal is working on a short field. Thomas Diorman, the touchdown run to make it 31-27. So you blink, and Episcopal has scored 3 touchdowns to take the lead, 31-27. But here comes Hayden Hand. Rolls out of the pocket, heaves it deep to Jordan Dupree for the catch and the touchdown. Dunham goes back up 33-31. But here comes Episcopal. They answer back. Diorman will not be denied at the pylon. He is into the end zone to make it a 37-33 game. Knights, but Dunham, they're not done on the road. It is Kalante Wilson bouncing back from that rough injury a season ago, barreling into the end zone, 40-37 Dunham. But the home team dials up something sweet. The double pass. Lewis Ward throws it deep to Cooper Bro, who finds Diorman for the score. 44-40 Episcopal at that point, and as you can see, the place is going absolutely bonkers. That would end up being the game-winning score as Dunham heaves the ball in the end zone late, but it's knocked down. It's cliche, you hate to say it, but you hate to see a loser in this game. Both teams played their hearts out. Travis Bourgeois, the game-winning coach.
This definitely goes down in the Episcopal Dunham history books. Both teams just laying it all on the field. Got kids cramping, relying on backups. Just got guys all over the field that hadn't played much on both teams. And it's just the want to will on both sides of the ball. It's just a great game, and we're very fortunate to come out as both teams played their hearts out.
The game-winning touchdown pass, the double pass you dialed up there.
Yeah, I mean, we're very fortunate to have a guy like Lewis Ward and Cooper Bro, 2 quarterbacks that are capable of doing stuff like that. So Coach Stevens did an excellent job on being creative with that. Like I said, we're very fortunate that it was executed, and that's why you practice it.
We're very fortunate you stayed there for the end. Wow.
I'm glad I'm here today, and I'm glad I did a bit of drag racing on the way back. All right, Northeastern Port Allen. Pels up 23-6 in the second quarter. Pels, Jeremiah Dayhall passes to Quinn Leonard for the nice gain. And then a few plays later, Titus Winfield takes the handoff for the 11-yard score, 31-6 Pels. Northeast punting. The punt is blocked by Port Allen and recovered by Sage Lockett. Northeast defense steps up as Brendan Gibson on 4th down is able to make a play there. In the end, the final score in this one this evening was 44-6. Port Allen rolls to the triumph.
Let's take you up to St. Francisville. Home come lots of places, including for the Saints tonight. They were hosting Mentorship Academy right off the bat. Joel Rogers to Aeneas LeMay, a former Sportsline Player of the Week. That is 6 points and 7-0 after the extra point. Mentorship forced to punt, but, well, you've actually got to get that foot on the ball, and it's not going to happen there. Demetrius Hardy gets on top of it right there, and that makes it a 14-0 Saints lead. Eventually, Mentorship does get on the board. Check this one out right here. Veron Douglas with the grab and the score. Final in this one tonight. West Feliciana 52 and the Sharks of Mentorship Academy 20. All right, let's take it back to Thursday night. Plaquemine against the Broadmoor Bucks, which once again had to move a home game to Woodlawn. Not happy about that. Green Devils jump out in front. Kobe Major with a touchdown, 7-0 Plaquemine. Green Devils were up 9-0 after a safety. Michael Mitchell, the screen pass to Ricky Green. Yes, Ricky Green is a Green Devil. 15-0 Plaquemine in front. Next drive for Plaquemine, and Mitchell would keep this one himself and stroll into the end zone to make it 22-0. Broadmoor offense trying to get anything going on the ground here, but not the ball on the ground, and that's what happens. A fumble, a scoop, and score for Antoine Pierce. 28-0, and you think his teammates aren't a little excited? He got into the end zone right there. Mitchell then with a screen pass to Ja'Cory Richard. He makes it a 34-0 lead. This is all Plaquemine. 54-6 was your final score in that one. Another Thursday night game played in Plaquemine. Green Devils Field is pretty popular. Let's take you to East Iberville against White Castle.
Yes, we do have Walker Live Oak.
All right, here we go. We're going with the Tigers and the Bulldogs. And this is Jacob Green playing on the Green Devils field, but playing for White Castle. Nice pickup right there. Then after that, it's Hakeem Young saying, I'll take part of this action. Green and Young both scoring. White Castle jumping out to a pretty big lead. At this point, it had been a 15-0 lead. This is Young here on the keeper after 2 Green plays, including that touchdown. 28-0. White Castle in front of the East Iberville Tigers, who've been having a rough season. However, East Iberville would not give up. The Tigers would come back in this one. Darian Thomas will get a handoff right here. Make his way through the Bulldogs defense, get a guy turned around and head to the house for the touchdown. A big gain. Thomas would eventually get the touchdown. They would cut the lead to 28-6 before halftime. Their quarterback, Darian Thomas, also contributing, but this was a big win for White Castle on Thursday night. 48-6 was your final.
All right, Walker in Live Oak this evening. At the half, Walker was ahead 19-7. Live Oak thinks they have the interception, but it's called back because of a penalty. Then Sawyer Pruitt would be sacked by Patrick McKenzie coming up, as we talked about that interception called back because of a roughing the passer. And then we see Pruitt back in the pocket, and Patrick McKenzie wraps him up for the sack. Walker Hunter Bethel with the keeper. He gets hurt. Eagles get a targeting penalty. And then on the next play, it's Walker's number 22, C.J. McClendon, with the touchdown run. 26-7 at that point. Final score in this one this evening. Walker wins by that count.
Another homecoming gathering tonight. The King and Queen at Slaughter, as the Knights were hosting Central Private, tied at 15 as we go to the third quarter. Justin Carmina. Nice pickup and a first down, threatening the Red Hawks defense with that pickup. A few plays later, he'll throw to Marion Perry. Touchdown, he's wide open, 22-15. And then Perry with a 2-point conversion. That one's good as well. I believe that actually made it 23-15. Anyway, Slaughter goes up by a comfortable margin, and they go on to win it by 44-21 over Central Private.
St. John at Ascension Christian, and here come those Lions taking the field this evening. St. John's Maddox Bennick to Joseph Chatry for the nice game. And then Slaughter, I should say, and then Maddox Bennick with the keeper to make it 7-0. St. John here coming up. Nice fake.
Get out of my way, even if you're on my team.
Guy was trying to help him, and he just pushed him down. Teamwork makes the dream work. Touchdown it is. And then Ethan Cormier, the positive game. Nice spin, and he spins right into a tackler. And Cormier would eventually hit Emery Tomplay for the score here. Heaves it, and Tomplay gets behind the defender for the score. That ties things up. Final score this evening was 28-7. Ascension Christian wins by 3 touchdowns.
Try to get as many scores as we can in the last 20 seconds. Ascension Catholic over St. Michael, 28-24.
All right, also Livonia losing Big Topolousis.
And St. Charles Catholic over Newman. For Jacques, I'm Steve. We'll see you next week.
Good night.